Verse, we figure out who got the best verse on the song, goddamn Still Tippin'. You know when you hear that violin and that goddamn piano. Slim Thug, Mike Jones, Paul Wall. You know, this song actually has a very quite interesting history to it. This song was originally Slim Thug since it was based off one of his freestyles he did in 1999.
Tippin' on fofo, wrapped in fofo, pimpin' fo hoes, and I'm packing fofo.
It's a producer named Big Time who was cool with Michael Watts, and he sampled Slim Thug on the original beat.
Tippin' on fofos, wrapped in fofos.
And as you can hear, that's more of an upbeat type tempo, and it has Slim Thug, Mike Jones, but no Paul Wall, Chamillionaire. On the version we know, Chamillionaire not on there because Big Time fell out with Michael Watts. Mike Jones and Chamillionaire kind of had some beef, so they redid the beat, slowed it down, but kept the original vocals though. So when you hear the original Still Tippin', if you notice, Mike Jones, Slim Thug kind of sound a little bit deeper than their voices really is, but it complemented the beat so well that they just kept it, I guess. And the song was so popular in the South, on top of Mike Jones getting popular as shit. So it just made sense to get a record to Mike Jones. And recently Paul Wall said,
people often debate, you know, who got the best verse on there, you know what I'm saying?
And that's where we come in. Verses, Still Tippin'.
Still tippin' on fofos,
Yeah.
wrapped in fofos.
Yeah.
Tippin' on fofos,
Yeah.
wrapped in fofos.
Yeah.
Tippin' on fofos,
Yeah.
wrapped in fofos.
Hold on.
Pimpin' fofos, and I'm packing fofos.
Paul, can we talk about the hook for a minute? Because I don't think people listening.
Tipping on fofos, which is 84s, you know, the rims that stick out. And the reason why they called 84s is because it was made in 1984. It was something that they stopped making, you know what I'm saying? So it was hard to get a pair of them rims. It was tipping on fofos, which was the rims, wrapped in fofos. Vos is the Vogue tire. You know, the tires with the white wall and the yellow, you know, line around them. So it's tipping on fofos, wrapped in fofos, pimping fo hoes, and I'm packing fofos.
Now let's get on some Houston shit. Slim Thug, what up?
Now look who creepin', look who crawlin', still ballin' in the mix.
Come on.
It's that 6'6" long dick slim nigga sticking your chick. Pulling tricks, looking slick at all times when I'm flippin'. Bar sippin', car dippin', Grant Wood grain grippin'. Still tippin' on fofos, wrapped in fofos, pimpin' fo hoes, and no packin', fo blowin' on that endo. GameCube, Nintendo, 5% tint, so you can't see up in my window. These niggas don't understand me, cause I'm boss hog on candy. Top down at Maxis with a big Glock 9 handy. Pieced up, creased up, staying dressed to impress. Big boss belt buckle under my Michelin S. Oh, Gucci shades up on my braids when I escalade. When I'm riding spree wheel, sliding like a escapade. I got it made, the big boss of the North. Ain't shit changed, I still represent Swisher House.
First of all, it's that 6'6" long dick slim nigga sticking your chick. If a 6'6" nigga, I'm 5'5", 5'6", 5'7". Can I get 5'7"? If he add one more 6 to this nigga, he damn near the devil. He can keep her. Don't ignore the way he hopping on these words. Call sipping, ball dipping. Almost as if the flow is like swanging, if you will. It's almost as if this beat was tailor-made strictly for Slim Thug flow on this. And if you listen to the original version, Slim Thug shit is still fire. We have to highlight the rhymes in between the rhymes. Gucci shades on my braids when I escalate. When I'm riding, spree real sliding like an escapade. It's the spree real sliding riding that's the double rhymes in between the rhymes. A tall nigga who can rap is dangerous. This verse gonna be hard to beat. Mike Jones, what up?
Fofos, I'm tipping. Yeah. Wood grain, I'm gripping. Catch me lane switching with the paint dripping. Turn your neck and your dame missing. Me and Slim, we ain't tripping. I'm figure flipping and syrup sipping. Like do or die, I'm pole pimping. Car stop, rims keep spinning. I'm flipping drop with invisible tops. Yeah. Hoes bob with my drop step out. I'm shaking the block with 418s. Candy green with 11 screens. My gasoline always supreme. Got Dodo the brand with a pain of lean. It takes grinding to be a king. It takes grinding to be a king. First round drop piece coming. Who is Mike Jones coming? Slap shining with the grilling woman. Slap shining with the grilling woman. I'm Mike Jones. Mike Jones, the one and only. You can't clone me. Got a lot of haters and a lot of homies. Some friends and some phony. Back then hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me.
Now I know this is a classic verse from Mike, and I love it. The braggadocio was crazy. Lane switching with the paint dripping, turn your neck and your dang missing. You know how you see somebody on the other side of the street, then the bus ride by, then they disappear, good, that's your bitch. Mike Jones' verse is very detailed, I love it. I'm shaking the block with 418s, candy green with a leather screen, nigga. Don't sleep on the leather screen bar. And listen, the craziest flex, my gasoline always supreme. The most expensive gas, no unleaded shit, leave that for the pencil. Mike Jones' verse is superb, we all know that, but the last 4 bars was lazy. Now, I know that's his thing, he repeating it over and over, and I know it go crazy in the crowd. If Mike Jones perform, I'ma say it too. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. I'ma say it 4 times with the nigga. But this is verses. And when you're a bar repeat offender, and we listening for the balls, and you're saying the same thing over, Slim walked the verse down. And Mike Jones repeated himself a couple times on this. It takes grounding to be a king. It takes grounding to be a king. I'm not saying Mike Jones' verse ain't hard because it's hard, but when we talk about who had the best verse, we have to keep in mind that my dog just repeated himself a couple of times and the other artist did not. Paul Wall, what up?
What it do is Paul Wall, I'm the people's champ.
That right?
My chain light up like a lamp, cause now I'm back with the camp. I'm crawling similar to an ant, cause I'm low to the earth. People's feelings get hurt when they figure out what I'm worth.
Right.
I got 84s poking out at the club, I'm showing out. I'm a player, ain't no doubt. Hoes wanna know what I'm about. Biggest diamonds off in my mouth, princess cuts all in my chain. Wood grain all in my range, dripping stains when I switch lanes. Switch the name, it's still the same.
Yep.
Switch a house or switch a blast. Mike Jones, he running the game and magnificent by this cash. Michael Watts, he made me hot. Hard work took me to the top. G-Dash took me to the lot. He wrote a check and bought a drop.
Come on.
I got the internet going nuts, but T Ferris got my back, so now I'm holding my nuts. It's Power Wow, baby. What you know about me? I'm on that 5-9 South Lee, baby. Holla at me.
I'm crawling similar to an ant because I'm low to the earth. No, I'm crawling similar to an ant because I'm low to the earth. I don't like it. But I do like the follow-up. People feelings get hurt when they figure out what I'm worth. And if anybody deserved a beat drop on their verse, it would be Paul Wall. 84s poking out at the club, I'm showing out. His speed up is superb. And I love that part a lot more, especially now that I know he didn't even mean for it to be that way. Then when Paul Wall brought it back slower, I got the internet going nuts, but T Ferris got my back, so now I'm holding my nuts. You just said nuts. You just said nuts. Because pistachio was beyond me. When we comparing Slim Thug, Mike Jones, Paul Wall verse cool. The whole song is fire. Y'all like to take words out my mouth and say something I didn't say. The whole song fire, but when we gotta say who got the best verse, Paul Wall cool. And Paul Wall actually feel how I feel.
If you ask me, I personally think the boss with the hardest on them. But none of us was whack.
And I feel Slim Thug had the best verse too. I felt that way when it first came out back in the day. I still feel that today. But if you remember, I said Chamillionaire was on this song. On the original beat. So let's hear that.
Hey, big time, I'm trying to see the president dead.
President's dead?
That's what I said, but not the one in the White House, man. The one with the green president's head. Blue or red, I'm still riding. Ladies be telling me that I'm sexist, and I guess it's cause I always loved money over dresses. Always been about them horizontal lines through them S's. That's a dollar sign and dollar flying. Watch how she undresses. Don't matter if she black or white, dark or bright, she ain't acting right. I'ma take that pretty broad out to eat and then leave her there with an appetite. Niggas tell me they look up to me, and I know what y'all mean, cause I'm ballin' with tall green, stacks taller than y'all mean. All king, Cooper the Don, cruise with a gun. If being rich was a contest, Chameleon, you would've won. I know, but watch the jealousy, cause you still a get trampled. If you got whipped in the past, then you're still an example. Treating niggas like Swisher House flows. Nigga, what? Soon as he start talking slow, we gon' chop that boy up.
Still tipping out
That's tough. I want to see how that would sound on a beat, on the beat that we know. Would Chamillionaire verse complement the other verses the way the song that we know would? Because Chamillionaire is spazzing. He usually do. I don't think Chamillionaire verse is better than Slim. I don't think his verse is funner than Mike Jones. I do think his verse is better than Paul Wall's, but I don't think it flows better than Paul Wall's. You know, when Chamillionaire hit them cuts, they always tell me that I'm sexist, and I guess it's, you know, when you get the rapping like that, it's fire to me as a rapper myself. But on such a superb song that just flows like water. As fire as it is, it may not hit. And I say it may not hit because I don't know how this verse would sound on the beat that we know. Obviously, the original song like this, it didn't hit the way the one that we know hit. And the Still Tippin beat that we know fire is shit. Slim Thug, final answer. It's always gonna be Slim Thug. Get in the comments and tell me what you think about Chamillionaire, about everybody verse. Let me know who you think was better. I debate with you. What song we doing next? I'm J Too Good, not rich.
Sorry that I've been away.